Hi, today I want to show you how I make pasta sauce for my family. I said in a previous video that I was going to do this the next time I made it. And what I do is I make a big batch that will last us at least 5 meals, which actually it lasts more than 5 meals because some of those meals that we cook, we'll have leftovers and things like that. So, I'm going to take you through my crazy process and tell you what I do. First of all, I have meatballs. It's nothing but hamburger meat or ground chuck rolled into meatballs, and they're in the oven on 350, and they're going to cook until they're done. I don't know, probably 30-45 minutes. They are going to cook some in the sauce as well, but I'm going to cook them until they're done and they won't fall apart in the sauce. Okay, so that's going on right now, and so you may hear a little frying sound sort of from there. Now, right here, I have this pan heating up, and I'm going to put some olive oil in here, and I am going to add into this. I have, I always buy peppers and things like that whenever they're on sale, and I will prep them, wash them, cut them up, and put them in the freezer. And I also do that with garlic. So right here I have, so this is what this part is, but I'm not going to put them in just yet because I really need to put the onions in first. So first of all, I'm going to put these onions in here, and I have some of that frozen prepped garlic too. So I'm going to put these onions in here. You can use any type of onion you want. I just have this is a sweet onion that I have, and some red or purple. I don't really know what they're called. Like red cabbage is really purple. But anyway, that's what I have going on right now in here, and I'm going to cook them up just a little bit. You really don't have to do this step. You could just skip it completely, but I like the flavor it gives to the meal, or to the sauce actually. It gives it a little bit more flavor. So what I do is I just cook them up a little bit, get them moving around in there because the garlic is kind of sticky. And I'm going to let them go for just a minute, and then I'm going to put the bell peppers in there. And while that's going, I'm going to just tell you a little bit more about what I'm going to be adding to this. I'm going to be adding oregano, Italian seasoning, thyme, basil, onion powder, garlic powder, and a little bit of crushed red peppers. And for tomatoes product, I'm going to use crushed tomatoes, and I'm going to also use crushed tomatoes that are extra heavy concentrated. Now, if I did not have the extra heavy concentrated, I would use tomato paste, but because I have that, I just use the extra, I don't use the tomato paste. But if I happen to see that I need it, I have it on hand at all times. And there have been times where I couldn't get everything I wanted, so I would use just like tomato sauce or something like that. But this recipe is very easy and it's very versatile. You can do lots of different things. Oh, and also I'm going to use a little salt and pepper in this too. But you just saute these a little bit, get them going some, and once they're to the point, I'm going to go ahead and put these in there, the peppers. And the reason why I have the multicolored peppers, one reason is I got them cheap, and I froze them, so that means I can have lots, and I use them for fajitas, for just all kinds of recipes. I just freeze them and use them when I need them. I pull them out when I need them. And also, all these colors are so pretty, and your food, whenever it's colorful, it doesn't make it, well, I don't know, it may make it taste better, but it makes it more appetizing to me to have colorful food. Like there's times, like last night we had our meal, it was just all yellow and brown. It was just bland looking, but it tasted really good. It was delicious, but it really looked bland. So I'm going to let these cook. I'm going to go rinse my hands because of all this. I got a little oil on them. But I'm going to add a little salt and pepper to this. And I'm going to let it cook down. And I'll bring you back whenever it gets to the point where that it needs to be to show you the next step. Okay, Now I have let this, I forgot to tell you that I had some fresh parsley I was putting in here too. I just went ahead and put it in here. And I've let it cook to where it's kind of translucent and everything's kind of releasing its juices a little bit. And it's kind of, you know, just cooked down some. So I'm going to go ahead and put my seasoning in here. And then I'll show you the next step. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put oregano, probably about that much, a little handful. This is really to taste. This is just the way we like it. Italian seasoning, which this Italian seasoning is actually marjoram, thyme, rosemary, savory, sage, oregano, and basil. I'm planning on making my own once my herbs get to where they're bigger. A little thyme. I don't put a lot of thyme in there. Don't have time for thyme. Why so many thyme jokes? I don't know. Anyways, basil. Because basil is the best thing for pasta to me anyway. I don't know. I just love it. And then, probably shouldn't have used my hand because this stuff is like powder, but it's onion powder. It is so fine, but for some reason it smells so good to me. I don't know why that onion powder smells so good to me. And then some garlic powder. And I do have onion and garlic in there, but you know. And then I'm going to put a little red pepper flakes. This is up to you how much you put, how hot you like it. I'm just going to put that much because that's the way my family, you know, that's the way I do it for us. And if somebody wants a little bit more, they can put a little bit more whenever they want to. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rinse off my hand because I have onion powder all over it. I'm going to move this over out of the way. I'll go ahead and move this now. And I'm going to go ahead and sit this up here. What this is the tomato that I told you about. It's 2 number 10 cans. One of each kind, one crushed and one crushed that is extra thick, extra concentrated. So this is, I mean, you can tell that is the extra concentrated. It is so thick. It's on the top. And then the other is more runny. It kind of come up on the sides. But anyway, I haven't started together yet. It really doesn't matter. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put all of this goodness inside of this goodness and let it mix together. I need a bigger spot here for this pan, but we'll get it in there. And I did add salt and pepper to the vegetables as they were going. And you just mix this in. I'm going to get a spatula and get the rest of that out of there in a minute. I won't do it on camera. It doesn't really matter if you see it or not. But mix this all in. And what you do now, after you get this mixed in, and you make a mess on your stove just like that. No, don't do that. I always do. Anytime I'm making this, I make a mess. But what I do is I mix it in. And now I am going to put a lid on it. And I'm going to let it cook on low for probably 2 hours. I'm going to occasionally stir it, but I'm not going to do anything else. This is not hard to do, but it does take a while. The only reason it takes a while is just like if you're cooking bread. Whenever you're cooking bread that's a yeast bread, you have to wait for it to rise. Well, if you want a good tomato sauce, you have to let it cook. Now, I'm going to let it cook for a couple of hours, just like this. Then I'm going to put the meatballs in there and let it cook probably for another hour. I probably won't be able to put all the meatballs in this one, so I'm going to transfer some of it to another pot. I need a bigger pot. So, I'll transfer some of it in a little while to a bigger pot and, you know, put the meatballs in there. You can let this cook for as long as you want, but do not let it scorch. Do not have it on such a high temperature that the bottom scorches, and make sure you come and stir it every once in a while. You could also do this in a crock pot. But you still need to kind of stir it because that tomato has all that sugar in it and it will burn. and that will make your whole pot taste nasty. I've done it before. It's not good. So I'm going to let this cook for a while, and I will bring you back once I have the meatballs in it and have let it cooked down, and I'll show you what we're going to eat tonight with it, because we're going to eat, I can't remember what the kind of things they're called, but anyway, it's a little pasta that has a filling in it, but it's not a ravioli. I can't think right now. There's so many. But anyway, we're going to do that, and those are not homemade, but that's what we're going to eat, that and a little garlic bread. So, if I knew how to make pasta, I'd make my own homemade pasta. If somebody knows some good YouTube videos out there that can teach me how, let me know. So, I'll be back to you in just a second, but for me it's going to be a few hours. Okay, we're done with the pasta sauce, and this is what we're eating tonight. It's tortellini with chicken and herb tortellini with pasta, and it's got Parmesan cheese on there. And he's going to try it, and while he's trying it, I'm going to try to show you what the actual sauce looks like without anything else. Which, it just looks like pasta sauce, but still. Which he knows how it tastes. But this is the sauce, and there's meatballs in there that you can't see because it hid. But anyway, that's what it looks like. You can stop eating. You're supposed to be just testing it. So what do you think? Alright, we'll go sit down at the table. Anyway, I'm going to put what I put in it in the description below. And if you have anything, like if you have a pasta sauce that you do, you can leave it in the comments below, or if you just have something you want to say about it or whatever. We use this for lots of different dishes, not just spaghetti. Like this is tortellini, so of course not just spaghetti. Pescetti, I almost said. But anyway, leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, share, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Something I forgot to say, we eat, usually the day I make this, we eat from it that night. And then I usually have 4-gallon bags that I freeze. And then whenever we want to use it to have whatever that night, I'll just take it out of the freezer either the night before and stick it in the refrigerator, or I'll take it out of the freezer just a couple of hours before we're ready to eat and thaw it out. But I did forget to say that. We're not eating that big pot of pasta sauce tonight. I don't think it's possible. For us anyway. So anyway, like I said before, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.